Alright, guys, welcome to a wonderful night. Had a couple slight changes in the overall planning here. So, it's going to be Team Elite versus, and I will butcher this, sorry. The short of it is QZL. I guess it's Quezel. Um, had a couple of issues with the other teams. You know, it's Saturday, man. People can't get everywhere they need to. So we're going to go ahead and cast these guys out and give them a good thing. So just give me a few minutes here to get all this set up, and we will start the first match here shortly. Mic check. Here we go. Can you hear me now? Guys, here we are in game number 2 of a best of 7, with game number 1 going to Team Elite. And this is going to be kind of fun. It's been an entertaining game so far. A little different in how I expected things to roll out, but hey. It's going to be a ZVP. As a Zerg, I always love a Zerg to be in the game, so haha. We're going to start off down here with QZL's Dinvar. And check out that awesome little Nexus as it chrono boosts out those probes, because they need some. And up here in the upper left-hand corner, we have TE Focus. And he's got a nice, pretty orange Zerg. So, we're on Belshire Vistage. This is a fun map for all races. It does have kind of a time choke here with a decent walk all the way to the natural, so it makes Zerg's reinforcements a little hairy if he doesn't have his creep spread up to par. But other than that, it's fairly open for him taking his third or fourth based upon whichever he needs to take. The big headache becomes What is he going to do? We got the nice probe blocking, because that's what probes do. And he's already taken both gas. I'm not sure if he's going for some annoyance play, or if he's got something planned that he's going to have to dump a lot of gas into later. Be nice. But don't know for sure just what he's planning. Got the probe doing a nice little bit of scouting. Already knows the spawning pool's up. Zerg's already got the queen en route. So it's just a matter of seeing who's got what coming. I want to see, because, you know, Protoss has so many options now early game that it's not the same as it was, you know, back in Wings of Liberty. They could actually do some to start off. So I want to see which routing they're going to take here to really abuse the new units that are coming in. Curiosity's killing me. I want to know. I want to know. They went for a Nexus expand. But at this point, Zerg's doing his final check there, and I expect to see his hatchery go down here any second. Also got the Mothership Core en route. Mothership Core is such a needed thing for Protoss right now that they don't seem to function without it. I see Zerg going straight in on trying to get that speed upgrade for those Zerglings. I'm not sure if it's more just for scouting, because this is such a large map and he has to wander around and hunt down proxy pylons. There's so many spots throughout this map. For example, you put one here, put one here, you can put one here. No, wait, not there. Here. They can tuck them just about anywhere on this map. And Zerg has to deal with proxies that could be in all these different locations. Just tucked in little corners, like underneath the trees, just to the edge of a ramp, just on top of a ramp. So Zerg really has to kind of figure out what he wants to do here. We got some nice protective gateways dropped. This keeps him from having to waste any time trying to get up cannons. That's precious minerals he can use elsewhere. Like on a Dark Shrine. Because they're Protoss, why not? I'm not sure if Zerg's going to be ready for this move. I mean, it is good. Zerg now has the option of dropping spores at a beck and call. But the problem becomes that he's one base behind right now. And Protoss is going to get something done here shortly. And look, proxy pylon. Come on, hide in the minerals. Hide. There you go. You know you want to put another bigger crystal right there. He thinks it's just extra minerals, right? Protoss is really getting ready to do some nastiness here. I want to see... Still got a while before warp's done, it looks like, though. So I don't expect any real craziness. Oh, found it. That pays off right there. And that's, yet again, why I was saying that you're probably going to be needing speed with your Zerglings to get through all this. Because you have to hunt down all these proxy pylons. If you look throughout the map, there's already 2 of them down. Zerg's getting a good scout here, but he's going to completely miss the start shrine here. It's probably just on the edge of his vision, and that sentry might actually take out that overlord. That's kind of nice, actually. Ugh. So, kind of curious what's going on here. Zerg's went in and dropped 2 Evos, got his lair almost done. Started to think about getting Burrow, but gave up on it. And here comes 4 Dark Templar walking across the map. That third is defenseless. And even if he hurries up and tries his hardest to get something going, he's not going to have it. Lair is not ready. And I have this eerie feeling that this is about to cost Zerg a lot. Now there goes the spores. Already starting to drop them, but the problem is it's kind of late for it. They're going to try to work on this lair and the hatchery. They are getting both of them right now. That queen is getting annoyed fairly well. Problem is, that queen's going to die. She cannot get off that. And now you've got a bunch of Zerglings trying to take out Dark Templar. And this has already done the damage it needed to do. I mean, he's effectively doubled the harvesters of Zerg. And he's stopped most of the mining and took out a hatchery. So this is really going to put Zerg back a fair chunk. So at this point, Protoss can just sit back and start collecting and making whatever he wants. You see Immortals dumping out, getting ready to deal with these roaches. He still can't do anything about all these Dark Templar. He's running units back and forth trying to catch them all, but he might still lose this lair, and that's going to be such a setback for him. And 2 more DTs going over to the last base where there's no protection again. And this is where I was talking about where it's such a long hike between bases that Zerg is effectively stuck in a bad situation here. And that's it. That's GG, guys. And second game goes to QZL. Dinvar. Guys, here we go again. This is gonna be fun. I've heard this rumor before, at least once. But maybe it's only once. I'm working on that. Anyway, we're starting off looking down here in the bottom right-hand corner. Looking at another Protoss from QZL. This is the Revenge in a beautiful blue with all his pretty pictures all around his nice nexus here. Now, in the opposite side of the map here, in the top left-hand corner, we have TE Baby Wrath, which I was told is Angel something, and I done forgot, so I'm going with the name that's on the screen, guys. Sorry. He's going to be playing as our Red Terran. Yay! Look, he's even got an arm and a whip. Look at that. In Russia, we make planetary fortresses. Oh, sorry. So, guys, we've got all these wonderful new toys being built, and nothing really surprising as usual. But we are on Akalon Wastes. Many of y'all ladder with this map quite often. It is a very nice map for allowing Reaper harass. Plenty of openings right here to harass the crap out of people. Very tiny ramp. I do believe you can cover that with just one force field. Then you move down to your natural, and you've got normal, easy space, no bigs. Third is very easy to take also, especially since you can drop these rocks to help seal that off. Terran was nice enough to lock in a probe. Just something so his Marine has something to eat. Oh, well, now he's going with a Reaper, so, you know, one way or another, that probe's dead. And during this, Protoss just like, whatever, do your thing. By the time you get over here, I'll be fine. He's trying to hurry up and get that Cyber Core out so he can get a Stalker, because Stalkers beat Reapers every day. Just, you know, that whole range thing and all, you know. Poke, poke, poke. Don't get me wrong, good micro can really change that, but at this point, as long as the Reaper's chasing that probe, Reaper's still in base. So Protoss knows he's got a few seconds to get things situated. He's actually going with a Mothership Core. I kind of half expected a Stalker to appear before I saw the Mothership Core, but you can defend with Mothership Core also. Also means that that Reaper can't shoot back. He is going to take a little bit of damage up until... Well, never mind. There comes the Stalker backing it up. That's going to allow him to be a little aggressive here. That Reaper with his heal is not extremely afraid of that Mothership Core. Speed alone allows him to just harass and run away. But the Mothership Core, being flying, can get around a lot better than that poor Reaper. So I don't think we're going to have too much harassment here. It's pretty much shut down once that Mothership Core got out. And now with the Stalker... that Reaper could die, so he better run while he can. Got the secondary command center going, almost complete on it. Looks like they'll be done about the same time. The problem is, Protoss took his on the low ground, where Terran still has to lift off land and keep going. But we've got the basic buildings of the 111 built. We've got the factory, we've got a starport. And you got a decent chunk of Marines to just kick out and make sure that you can control somewhat of what's going on around you. He's still using the Reaper as nothing else than a scout to make sure he knows what's going on and why. The two Stalkers will keep that Reaper at bay, so there's no real worry for the Protoss at this point. Problem is, he's not getting any scouting of the other side of the map at all right now. So other than his own little world right here, he doesn't know what's going on. That probe was the last thing he saw. And if Terran was a little greedier, he could already be working on that third CC. But got the ground armor level 1 coming up. Got medevac coming out. Marines, Widow Mines. Nice Marine Widow Mine drop coming in, hopefully. I'd like to see that slip in on the backside here of the main. Anywhere else, and it's just begging to be problems. But the Observer is out. which is going to allow the Protoss to kind of spot a little bit more what's going on. The medevac is not going the direction I would like it to, but hey, what can I do about that? Curiosity is going to drive me nuts on that. I want to see a good drop, but that's a tight corner to run that drop in. I mean, he got past the observer, doesn't seem, but he is going to spot this one Widow Mine just walking across the map. And be like, what the hell is this? Now the Reaper's coming in. He's just like, oh, here, I'll come in here and poke while they try to stop my drop. And this right here is going to allow him to really harass this army. Nice. Kind of psych them in there and let them come die to the Widow Mines. And he's got enough Widow Mines down here to really cause some trouble. I don't think he realizes he hasn't killed that one yet. Oh, he's possibly going to get one more up. Oh. They finally take them both out. No, they don't. Just moved one so it could poke and harass more. That's so evil. I hate those Widow Mines, by the way. The Observer's over here, though. He's going to be able to poke and kill this thing before it gets too much more. But at this point, damage has been done. Protoss has lost 12 units. And most of that being probes. A couple of sentries to tie in on that. So it's cost Protoss a lot to get where he's at right now. And at this point, Terran's really starting to build up with the intent of taking over the map. I still want to see well, he's got his third CC going. So he's going to be taking this here shortly. But Protoss knows it. He's got an observer sitting there. And he sees this heavy bio army. And that bio army is going to allow him to drop until nobody can put up with it anymore. Protoss is seeing one of them go out. So he's going to prepare. Hopefully. Got a Widow Mine? Oh, that's just mean. Good shot. Got the Colossi builds going. And starting to warp in some stuff. We've got 3 more gateways coming in, taking him to a total of 6. And that's going to allow him to be nice and annoying here in a second and really start churning out units as needed. Problem is he's got to get something to stop these pushes now. He's getting abused on both sides. That Colossi is doing a wonderful job of driving them back. But I'm not sure if that was a good idea, walking that Colossi down underneath that. He's able to push it all back. Once he had the warps going, his production cycle is going to allow him to create enough to really hold this back. But he needs to start going on the mindset he's got to take... Well, he's got to base over the Terran. Terran, I really wish would take this third. Or this third. Whichever one he finds more edible at the time. But... You've got 2 observers sitting here, watching everything that moves out. I'm not sure I like what's going on here. Yay! Stupid Widow Mines. I want to see some more aggressiveness from this Protoss. He's got the units, I just want to see what he's going to use them for. He's starting to build a lot of Colossi, and... As a Terran, I'm kind of curious of when he's going to change over and start building Vikings to stop this. I mean, production-wise, he's got enough bio flying out of these barracks to really give him a nasty army. He's got a couple of Vikings down with the intent of taking out these Colossi. But all it takes is just 1 or 2 good times of those things getting taken out, and... Protoss is in an advantage. He's got storm and upgrades. It's going to be very entertaining. I want to see what he's going to do here, because they're leading out with that. The Marauders are really going to chew into this army. There's not a lot that the Protoss is going to be able to do here. The Mothership Core is going to make a difference, though. I expect to see some really good... There you go. Some annoyance stuff, like stay back, don't let him go anywhere things. And with this, he's going to be able to just completely control this army. Yeah, he's going to lose these Colossi. But in trade, if he can take out most of this army, it's going to be worth every cent for this Protoss almost. And if he... Oh! Let's say if he could have saved that other Colossi. That worked out very well for the Protoss. Protoss doesn't seem to realize he's got some people trying to backdoor. But, hey, when those rocks go down, he'll know. Or not, because he's cross-map. He's going to find him in a second, though. He's like, oh, crap. Does he turn around is the next question. Yep. It's like, oh, crap. They're about to eat my base alive with a bunch of Marines. Got a lot of High Templar here, though. I'm kind of curious. He's wanting like he wants to play with the Protoss. Oh, get some. Get some. Nothing but High Templar coming in right now. This is going to make for a very nasty push coming out of the Protoss. Oh. Units and buildings everywhere you can see. Got Blink coming in for the Stalkers. He's still creating Colossi with these High Templars. He doesn't have a lot of Stalkers, so a couple of Vikings here are going to do wonders against this. And Ghost being mixed in, doing some EMP drops on him, is going to allow a lot of aggression here. This is all going to go down to a micro battle, guys. Oh, we got the Hellbat transformation. That's going to make these Hellbats pretty nasty against these. And I think the whole intent here is so that he can walk in on this army and not lose everything. Get that one Marine. He's going to get him. Oh, yes. Those medevacs are working overtime right now. I know he likes these Vikings, but he needs to lead out with them a little. And not that far. So many High Templars spread around here. I like the way Protoss has these spellcasters spread out, so you're not going to get any of them with a single snipe. And I don't think he realizes it. It looks like Protoss is just clearing the way for more space in his army. He's just like, oh, I'll send a couple of Zealots here so I can empty out some more of this. I like this Warp Prism sneaking around, but he's not going to like what he finds. It's like, oh, I was going to harass. Instead, I got blown out with turrets. Here comes all these wonderful Stalkers going to try to see what they can poke into and get. They know the army's sitting there and waiting. I want to see what micro games are done right now. Because if Terran gets a couple of good ghost shots off, he's going to be able to do a lot of difference. Protoss is working on his level 3 upgrades, though. So they're having a little bit of trouble here staying up with the upgrades. And it's usually not that bad. He's going to need a lot more medevacs, though. Because right now, he is sucking on the medevacs. Oh, Terran, don't fall for the trap. Don't fall for the trap. Not a good spot to take it in. Oh, but some nice feedbacks on those. Oh, is he going to be able to take out all these High Templar, though? They have got the entire army surrounded with High Templars. Every time the Terran tries to move out here, he's running into a nasty pile of High Templar. And now he doesn't have enough Vikings to really take out all these Colossi. So the Protoss is just slowly walking in on the army here. Not enough medevacs to support. He was really investing a lot into those Vikings, and he wasn't using them effectively, apparently. Alright, guys, that's game number 2, going to QZL. And I'll get back to you in a minute with the next game. Alright guys, here we go yet again. We are now up 2-1 for Quizil versus Team Elite. We are going to have a ZVP on Star Station. This map is so much fun. Not really though. Alright. Boop-a-doo. Alright. We're going to start off right here in the bottom left-hand corner, checking out TE Destiny with his wonderful yellow Proton. Because we still allow people to choose colors every once in a while. Just because we're nice like that. Then we're going to go up to the opposite, the top right-hand corner, and check out a beautiful purple Zerg, because Zerg is awesome. And that is QZL Wild Dom. I love it. I love it, the sexy Zergs. So, here we go, guys. We're going to have a little bit of fun here. This is Star Station. This is actually one of the maps that got a lot of interesting things. It's the first one that I ever saw that they changed up how the gas geysers looked. Gave them that kind of Protoss metallic looking. I personally like it. I think it really opens the door for a lot more changes in the maps and the basics. I know it's not like, oh my god, we're going to see a Zerg one next, but, you know, hey, it opens the door. We'll take what we can get some days. Protoss here, he's just scouting, making sure we don't have anything crazy going on coming out of the Zerg. It's basically he's going for the pool. He's planning on taking his natural here. Probably right as the pool's getting done. He'll probably send out a couple of Zerglings to make sure. Mainly because Protoss is going to do everything he can to annoy the Zerg. Possibly even get a pylon block just to drive the Zerg nuts. Because why not? During this, Protoss went ahead and took his expansion. Now, on this map, there is huge space for Reaper harass, but there's no Terran in this. So, Zerg's got to try to break through two small chokes. You've got a fairly small choke right here that is not very friendly. And then he's got to climb up this tiny little ramp directly above it. And I don't know about you guys, but that's not exactly a fun thing to me. That's like, oh, crap, I've got to get up there. I like how Protoss is taking the advantage of Zerg being over there and coming over here to probably drop a proxy pylon. It's going to be a very good spot. It's going to allow him to walk up this back corridor, whatever he warps in, and go straight to the third or the natural, because Zergs are really bad about not being able to lock their doors. We got a Forge Fast expand. Oh, after Nexus. It's going to allow him to get a lot of stuff done. He's going to really start catching up on probes. And it's going to drive away that poor observer, or overlord, who was getting all that wonderful information about that pylon finishing up. Yay, the Zerglings, they're on the map. And they're everywhere. Zergs went ahead and took his third. Nothing too odd about that. No gas yet either. He's just droning up like there is no tomorrow. Protoss, on the other hand, got his cyber core down. Dumping out probes yet again like there's no tomorrow. The cannon's going to save him from any small Zergling harassment. As long as we don't go like full nutso. Oh, get him, get him. Yay. I love it when they kill the probes. Sorry. Now, Curiosity's got up. There we go. +1 attack. So we're looking at probably going to have a timing push coming out of the Protoss here. And I expect to see a lot of gateways drop here in a little bit once he gets comfortable with making sure he's not getting scouted. He's dropping a couple of pylons just so he can see what's going on. Make sure nothing crazy is going to pop up around a corner on him. Zerg, on the other hand, is just now taking his gas. I expect to see a Roach Warren coming out of here shortly, after he finishes droning up even more. because, you know, 8 drones at a time is what Zerg does best. Protoss is getting extra gas here and started his robo. So, is he expecting a roach timing push? Zerg's on the hunt for proxy pylons. That one probe up in the corner here still has not grasped whatever he wants to do. And if he doesn't watch out, an overseer is going to catch him. Nothing sucks more when your scouting overlord dies and you become supply blocked and can't make more drones. It's so horrible. It just makes you want to cry. But right now, Zerg's sitting at 58 drones. He is not playing. He has got what he needs to really get aggressive here. Here comes those extra gateways. And just in time to finish up the Twilight Council. There comes Blink. So we're probably looking at a nasty Blink push with a Warp Prism. Oh, is he going to do it? It's going to be so annoying if he does. This is an outdated tactic they used to do, but I say outdated, but it still works. Anywhere you can block a ramp with a single pylon, you load up some sentries, bring you a Warp Prism, fly it over, drop the sentries, lock the door, and just start warping in whatever you want to kill off that hatchery. And Zerg can't get any reinforcements up there because he has no flying that early in the game. That mothership core would have really helped keep that annoyance on. But Zerg should be a little worried here. He just saw his scouting Zergling get taken out. That's going to allow... Oh, but that Warp Prism flew straight over to that. Gotta hope he wasn't looking at the minimap, right? Lots of overlords going in a lot of places to see what's going on. There is nothing but gateways coming out. This is going to be a nasty hard push coming out of the Protoss. He's loading up. He's getting ready. He's even got some Immortals coming in for just in case this isn't going to work. Which it's not. But right now, there's not much he can do. It was just feed the army and run away. Ugh. I kind of wanted to see a lot more out of that, but the Zerg prepared well. Knew something was coming. Protoss is almost done with his level 2. Zerg is just getting his level 1. And... ooh, Enduring Locust. Are we going to see some Swarm Host play? I would really love to see some Swarm Host play. Using these Zerglings kind of get a taste to see what's back behind that wall. And most likely he saw most of this back here. So he knows what kind of army he's about to deal with. He's created a lot of Zerglings and just enough roaches to really just do some damage. They're trying to catch these Zerglings. You're gonna get the roaches because they're not as fast, but those Zerglings, you gotta get a lot of stuff done to get those Zerglings. Ooh, this is gonna supply block the Zerg. And nothing's more annoying than when you need to make units and you can't. 18 roaches in production though. It's gonna allow him to be very aggressive here. Finally have that proxy pylon working over here. Allow him to build his units as he needs to. Zerg knows what's coming though. He's dropping the spines. He's getting the... oh, I love the Changeling army. They're going to go check, see what's going on. It's kind of peaky. But hey guys, don't mind me. I'm just a zealot. I belong with you. No! And at this point, Zerg has to engage. And this is not the best place for Zerg to engage. He needed to get a walk around here. And he's just not going to get it. But he's going to keep streaming in these lings. And... they are going to slowly work their way in on this army. But unfortunately, Zerg does not have much he can do to really affect this army because he can't get in there to it. He's taking out the Immortals one by one so that the Roaches can do a lot more damage. And he's trying to also bait out as many of those Sentry Force Fields as he can. Because the second those are up, he's going to be able to eat this army alive. And that's what he's doing right now. It's just like, okay, yeah, you're out of sentries now. You're mine. He's going to slowly eat in everything here. Still got to beat out a lot of these stalkers, though. And he just doesn't have the units out yet. Zerglings are in production. He really needed a macro. Well, he's got his macro. He just doesn't have enough coming out. This is such a strong push with these timed upgrades. Protoss is even working on ground level 3 right now to really get in here. These Zerglings are coming in. They are just working their hardest and taking out these Blink Stalkers, but those Stalkers are just going to keep stepping back, stepping back, stepping back, while he keeps warping in even more. And Zerg's already lost his third, and I do believe he's about to lose that fourth. If he can't take this next step, and there's that nice ramp guard I was telling you was coming. Kind of late on it, but, you know, it still comes. That one. Oh, if it's going to get it, is it going to get it? Yes! That is an awesome Spore Crawler. Took out that. Mothership Core taken down by a single Spore Crawler with all the Stalkers standing around. Team Destiny is going to take it away. That makes yet another Protoss victory in this series, guys. Give us a little bit. We'll get it all situated and be back to you shortly. Guys, here we go. Yet again, another game of StarCraft 2. Hope you guys are excited, because I know I am. So, we're up to 2-2. Both teams have taken one. And as of right now, I'm not sure which way this is going to roll out, guys. So, we're going to have a little bit of fun and watch this next match on Neo Planet. So, here we go. Up here in the upper right-hand corner, we have QZL Dark. I kind of like that name. It just rings a bell to me. Here's our wonderful blue Zerg. Ooh, look at that pretty Overlord. He's so sexy. He just can't help it. Sorry. Too cute for his own good. And down in the bottom left-hand corner, we have TE Beef. I don't know. He's playing Zerg, so I still love him. So it's okay. It's okay. We like it. ZVZ, guys, on Neo Planet. Oh my goodness. I want to see some entertaining ZVZ. People are like, oh, it's ZVZ. I hate mirror matchups. I don't really care. I like my mirror matchups. They're sexy. There's a lot of entertaining stuff to see in mirror matchups, guys. So we're going to have a little bit of fun. We're going to watch this and see what is going on. There is a lot in this map that Zerg loves. Creep spread on this map is incredible. You can get creep all over this place in no time flat. The only thing that sucks is taking a third, because it is so far away that defending it is a pain in the butt if you don't get the right tech choice. Both of them getting those pools down, getting ready. They both got gas pumping. I think we're going to see a little bit of a speedling war starting up here, maybe. Well, Dark's already started on pulling out some speed on his... He hasn't taken his expansion yet, though. And it looks like Thief just canceled his. He's not sure what to do there. He went ahead and dropped the spine. I think he's expecting aggression. Now, neither of them have really cut drones or anything. They've done the standard build, so it's kind of one of those, okay, what's going up next? There goes this expansion. Now I think we're going to see Thief step back out, get his expansion down. He does have his spine ready, so he should be in good position now. Queen's ready. And I don't see anything too crazy going on here right now. Both of them are being fairly safe about it. They go to the Bangling Nest. I mean, it's... When you say mirror matchup, oh my goodness. They look alike. The only difference is that Dark has got his hatchery down. And that's going to put him very far ahead here in drones here before too long. Just because of the extra production coming out of that other hatchery. But I think we're going to see a little bit of annoyance coming out of the Thief here as he tries to push back against this. Speed is done for both teams, so they're going to start harassing. And Thief just showed off that he can make banglings. So it's going to make him kind of pause for a second there and think about whether he wants to charge in on the natural. They both have the ability of making banglings. It's just whether they're actually going to go into bangling, zergling wars. Right now, it's a fairly easy game to keep going back and forth on. And they're really just kind of feeling each other out. Seeing what they have in each one. How much they want to invest in making new units. Oh, not a good place to fight, guys. Not a good place to fight. Oh, banglings, banglings. Oh, so sexy banglings. I don't know about you guys, but banglings are so sexy to watch because it's just, oh, who's gonna die? Just takes one misclick. One misclick in this early little game of Zerglings versus banglings. And then all of a sudden, boom. Lost all your Zerglings to a single bangling. They want to get in here. There you go. One bangling, two Zerglings. It's actually the kind of game Dark's going to want here. Now, I see he's going pretty heavy on these banglings. If he can bust this front door down... Oh, he caught that one bangling that was really needed there. There's no other banglings sitting over here. They're actually going to be able to just walk in here and cause ridiculous amounts of damage to this. Oh, get in there, guys. Yeah. So sexy. So many banglings. Love the explosions. He did a fair amount of damage here, guys. The big thing here is he had to do some damage to get some stuff started. Yeah, he didn't lose a ridiculous amount, but he's lost some. And it's going to affect the more and more of these little matches that wins. Because, say, right now, Dark's got his stuff mining. He's got stuff coming in on that one. So he's going to be able to get the items he needs. He's going to be able to get the upgrades he needs. He's already switched over to roaches. And he is preparing to get nasty on them. But I see Mutilis coming out of Thief. And those always make roaches kind of moot. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen here. Because if he doesn't start doing something with these roaches, he's not going to be able to stop these Mutilis if they start coming out hard. No air protection either. Not a very good spread on the Overlords on Dark side either. If they make it past this first set of Overlords that he has sitting around the map, he could possibly fly those Mutilis in and get free kills. Oh, that Queen's not in a good place. Oh, and got a free bangling out of the deal. Not a lot of creep spread coming out of Dark either. He's going to have a lot of hard times just dealing with this pushes and all. Meanwhile, Spire is finishing up over here. And I expect to see a fair amount just start pumping out of Thief here as he starts making as many mules as he can afford. Income-wise, they are both kicking out decent amount. You're not looking at a ridiculous difference because Thief has made up everything when it comes to drones. He's got 40 for 2 bases. Now, these roaches, though, those Mutilis are not really going to be able to do a lot to stop these roaches as they push in. They're going to annoy them, but they're not going to kill them. And here's the question is whether he's going to push in regardless and just push. He's going to start taking out the queens, which is really going to slow down the production coming out of this. And now they're just going to walk in and eat away at these drones. That whole lead that was over there a second ago is almost completely gone. And here comes Zerglings, and now it just becomes the same problem most people have when they go Muta, is if you don't start controlling quickly, they will come in and just tear you apart on the ground because you can't kill those roaches. I mean, he's slowly eating away at this, but look at the amount of damage that's already been done. The units being lost here is getting ridiculously out of control. And there's nothing on on Thief's side when it comes to mining right now. I just noticed this gives me a nice little count of how many Zerglings are on map. That's great. And here we go. We're just like, okay, we'll drop a couple of spores, and now those Mutilis can't come in. Because that upgrade on those spores that allowed them to start doing more damage to Bio is going to allow them to pretty much stop anything that's coming now. I still expect to see a couple of snipe-in runs, and they're going to start annoying all these little edge buildings that they can get to. They're going to start picking off, one after another, over and over again. But unfortunately, there's not much more that can be done there. Poke and run, poke and run, poke and run. This is the kind of annoyance that has to be done. Problem is the Hydra Den is en route. And once those Hydras come out, as long as he can get where he needs to, he's going to be able to do what he needs to stop this. I do like how he's sitting these overlords on top of the drones. It collects the bounce. Makes sure that there's not as much hitting those drones. He loses this hatchery, and right now these mutalisks can get free farm on these drones as they try to cross. That queen is in a bad position too. But Hydrogen is done. And Hydras are pumping. So we should see a very quick turnaround here in the amount of units being pumped out. Dark really hasn't lost a lot of drones either. He's still at 51 drones to 39. And as soon as he gets the amount of money needed to really start dropping in here, he's banking on some minerals though. As soon as he gets his production ready, he's going to start making a lot of units. I'm seeing 7 Hydras at once. Groove Sprines in the upgrade. And he's expecting his opponent to go hard into the Mutalist play right now. Of course, they're forcing the cancel on that natural, so he cannot get his production going. And that's really going to hurt him here, because eventually those numbers are going to start tilting hard in the favor of Thief, as he's not going to be able to get those hatcheries going. But he drops down a macro hatch to really help here. And all those Hydras are about to make a significant difference in this push. I would like to see these overlords start dropping some creep or something, just to kind of save those couple of buildings that are dying off there, but oh well, not much I can do about that one. It's really sad. He looks like he's about to lose that. Oh, he lost the spine to just dying because he had no creep. I mean, if he has them there, might as well use them, right? During all this, Thief's taken the third. He's went ahead and droned up like crazy, and he started to make Zerglings so he can slip in and harass the ever-living snot out of them. This is going to allow him to take a large lead. Those Mutalisks are allowing him full superiority of the air and everything. And really, there's not much that can be done by Dark right now because he wasn't prepared for the attack from those Mutalisks. But looks like we got a pretty nasty Roach Hydra army coming out of this. And I do believe as soon as he gets prepped and ready here to start moving out, it's going to be a real hard thing for Thief to stop, just because he can't kill that army. But it looks like it's about to be a two-prong. Mutas up high, Zerglings and Banglings down low. And those Banglings decimate Hydras. So if those Roaches don't get up front, they are going to get demolished. Oh, those Mutas are coming to town on them. And here comes all the Zerglings. A couple of Banglings to really make it fun. And I don't expect this to last much longer here, as he can't seem to keep this natural up. And it's costing him a lot. Without that natural, he's going to have a hard time pushing out. And with all these speedlings, it's going to be a slow push to death here for Dark, unless he can really start get a good turnaround engagement here. It's a lot of Banglings, though, and not a lot of Roaches to eat the damage. But he is producing Roaches, and if he can get enough of them up here to suck up all those Bangling shots, those Hydras will handle the problems. Because there is so much DPS in those Hydras. Oh, those Hydras are in a bad spot. And I do believe this is about to be a GG. Yep, that's it, guys. That's why you can't let the Muta guy get ahead. It just gets nasty. Alright, guys, we're going to get the next game set up and hit you back as soon as it's ready. Alright, guys. Bad news. We don't get a last game. QZL ran out of people. So they forfeit the last game. The whole series goes to Team Elite. It has been an excellent series. We've seen a lot of interesting play come from a lot of interesting people. I hope to see you guys next week. Feel free to put in a follow if you want to track this channel, or you can just follow any of the different casters that are doing this stuff for the USAL or UASL. Sorry, guys. American. I keep doing USA. But I hope to see you guys next time. Let's have some good, fun, clean StarCraft games and enjoy the stream. Feel free to check out that YouTube, check out that Twitter, check out that Facebook. Hook those people up. They work hard to bring this production to you, and I want you guys to enjoy this. Alright, guys. Peace out till next time.